Hello there, and welcome to Heavenly Album Covers. We've gotten a lot of comments and even a couple of emails from people who look at our channel asking us if we have any tips about taking care of old vinyl albums or even new vinyl albums. And we've been putting this episode off for a little while, but we're all prepared now. I'm going to put a big list of the different processes down in the comments section after this is over. But so many people are buying vinyl these days, and they just don't know what to do with it after it comes out of the package, out of the shrink wrap. And this particular process has been used by me personally for years, and it has produced really good results. I've never had a bad record in all these years of collecting, and I just wanted to share that knowledge here. The first tip is to always approach your album with confidence. Don't be afraid of your album. Just approach it with vigor and sheer will. And if it's in shrink wrap like this album, just go up to it and pull the shrink wrap off. This is an album by the Kings 4, Through It All. It's worth about $15 on the collector's market, but it's in shrink wrap. And a record like this just desires to be unleashed from its packaging. So I always use a gloved hand here. Just pinch the shrink wrap here and pull it off vigorously, fast. You don't want to let the dust particles adhere to the face of the album. And there we have it. It's unfettered now. The album is free. And you also want to get to that vinyl album really fast. Otherwise the dust and grime will stick to the actual vinyl. There it is. And we got it out there. You also want to get this off. Get that inner sleeve off that record so it's completely free and virginal. And we can set this album cover aside. So here we have the album itself. It's looks like it's in good condition, but we might want to measure it, make sure it's the correct dimensions here. I've got a ruler here. I'm still wearing my glove, if you notice that. And let's measure across the circumference of the diameter here. It's just a little bit below 12 inches. Most 12-inch records in the world are 12 inches, and this one is just slightly below, so that's okay. And let's measure the other side. It's a little more than, actually it's a little less than 12 inches. It's less than the other side, so I still think we're okay. In the manufacturing process, a record like this, a vinyl record like this, will accumulate small bits of plastic from the factory. So if you have a scraper, an industrial scraper, it's good to, I won't actually do it, but you can see you take the industrial scraper and just pull off that plastic accumulation in there. It won't harm the grooves or anything. You have to make sure you don't rip off the center label, but this is a good tool to have around to get that plastic out of your vinyl record. Also, if you have one around, use a magnifying glass to examine those grooves. There shouldn't be any buildup here after you use the scraper, but you never know. But it's good to have one of these around. And next up, we want to pay attention to our edges, the edges of the album. I usually use a large size Q-tip or a cotton swab, and you go around the very edge. This part of the process should take a little time. You want to spend at least 45 minutes doing this. After you get all the way around, you want to start again. Do it twice. You can already see that there's some more accumulation, probably from the smog near the factory where this was manufactured. So we've got the scraper, the magnifying glass, and the extra large cotton swab. Next, we want to test the balance of the record before we even get to playing it. I use a little standard hockey puck. It's got the right weight and substance in it. I place that in the middle, and I've got these two counterbalances. They're very small pieces of rubber. Put them on either side, once again holding it by the edge. You can see this record's a little bit off. It probably was ill affected during the manufacturing process. No, it's just not passing right now. I'll try it again. Maybe I'll put the little counterbalances on the oops, I lost the counterbalance. Anyway, you get the idea. If you can just get a hockey puck, you can buy a good hockey puck on eBay for a couple of bucks, and it works good as a central balancing test unit. If you do in fact find that your record is warped, this one's not warped too much. You could take it outside, take the record, and just give it a couple of whacks, you know, around it. If it's warped over here, you can bang it with a hammer over here. I use a large sledgehammer. It's flat on either side, and it won't damage the record, and it'll get those warps out pretty quickly. Also, I forgot that you should be wearing a mask while you prepare your record. I wear the standard blue one. They're really good, really reliable, and they keep the plastic bits, the fragments, out of your nose, so those are really good. I forgot to say that we have a larger counterbalance here to measure the balance ludicity of the record. It's large. It's made out of upholstery, and you can place it right here on the record and see if it balances or not. And you should do this before you hammer the record or do any other adjustments to the album. And now we've reached this stage of the game where we can look a little closer, even more closely, at the grooves of this record before we play it. I like to use a high density light, and it's good to see whether there's any stray debris or plastic fragments in the vinyl. And you can look around the edge too. It's very wise to use a light to examine your record, at least for a good hour and a half, 90 minutes, I think. And make sure you have your glove on. If any of the fragments fly off from the record, they'll get on your hand. Next, of course, is brushing your album. You don't want to play a brand new vinyl album without brushing it. I use a large size home brush, and you should brush counterclockwise like this. Oh, actually, that's clockwise. Clockwise in even strokes. Just do your even strokes here. This brush will capture any ultra rare plastic or vinyl or common dust fragments, and you just brush. Sometimes I count 1, 2, 3. You get the idea. Or sometimes I'll pull the album this way. I allow the brush to stay stationary and pull the brush that way. The brushing should take care of anything else that's shoved down deep into the record grooves. But you never really know. I've had records that still have fragments in them in their grooves, and so I have to use a very clean cloth. This is a car wash cloth that I keep in my car. It's pretty clean, and I just press very hard. There we go. And that should do it. That should make it very clean and very ready to play on a turntable. Let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, we can do the ultra cleaning. I haven't always ultra cleaned, but lately I've been ultra cleaning. I use some 70% rubbing alcohol and just pour a little bit on there. If you have a glove on, you can kind of rub it in and just kind of handle it. Records really like to be handled. It's really a pleasure for the record when you handle the record. And I had some leftover hand sanitizer that I use around the house, but it comes in really handy on records. It's got a jelly-like consistency. Let me get that out of there. And you can see it's like a nice gel. Really cleans the record. It also seals the cleanliness into the record and makes sure that no other vinyl fragments will get into the record. As a final step, whoops, I go down to the grocery store. I buy a little bit of garlic, some garlic cloves here. I pass them, whoops, there's one on the record. I pass the garlic cloves over the record, making sure that the evil spirits, if there are any, have fled. The garlic scares off vampires and evil spirits. And if necessary, I grate the garlic onto the record, and that helps to make all the evil spirits leave. And so you want to make sure you wear a glove and then wear a mask, and plenty of rubbing alcohol. Use the balance puck. Really comes in handy, and the grater. The grater's good. All of these steps and all of these tools will help you, as they have helped me, prepare my records for a good time and a good play. So that's it.